And welcome to the Board of Health meeting of July 17th, 2023. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023 signing of an act of 2023 extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, until March 31st, 2025, this meeting of the Chatham Board of Health is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling 1-508-945-4410, and the ID number is 680-156-785#, or they may join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Channel 18, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting to the town's website as soon as possible. If anybody is recording this meeting, please let the chairman know. I'll turn the meeting over to Dr. Noble Hanson.
Thank you. It shall be the policy of this board to conduct its meetings under the open meetings law so as to encourage public participation whenever time permits and as part of agenda item discussions. So we have 4 things on the agenda today, the last being a public hearing. So we can establish a quorum to open the meeting, and when I call your name, say present. Dick Edwards.
Present.
John Beckley.
Present.
Carol Boyce.
Present.
And Noble Hanson, I'm present. Okay, the first on the agenda is a continuation of a hearing from a couple of weeks ago on 77 Colonial Drive. And there was one issue there, a main issue about a room over the garage, about what it qualified as a bedroom. And Judy has been out there and inspected it and can give us an update on that.
Yes, so as you recall, they wanted to add a 4th bedroom to an existing 3-bedroom dwelling. There on the floor plan, there was shown a room over the garage, and I wasn't sure what that room was, and so I did a site visit with Lucas and the engineer and the contractor, and we walked through the entire house. The room over the garage, I sent you some photographs, is an open room with an open railing at the top and a very tall cased opening at the bottom. I would not call it a bedroom. And then the room that they want to make a bedroom is an existing room in the basement that definitely would meet the definition of a bedroom. So I think that this meets our standards of adding a 4th bedroom with an IA, and you had the plans. We looked at them for the last meeting. So just if you have any more questions about it, I'm not sure if the engineer is on. Might be available for questions as well.
I think the only issue before was that 1 bedroom above the garage, whether it qualified as a bedroom or not. And so Judy has settled that issue. So I think the rest of it was pretty straightforward in converting a Title V to an IA technology and then getting 1 extra bedroom. So any discussion or questions from the board? No. And then anything from the public? And then if not, maybe we can get a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, and then Judy can read the conditions.
The standard conditions, the applicant should restrict the property to 4 bedrooms and record the restriction on the deed at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. The applicant shall submit a copy of the executed deed restriction to the Health Division. The applicant shall sign a covenant with the board agreeing to comply at such time as the town of Chatham, through its Board of Health and Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners, directs the connection of this property to the municipal sewer when it becomes available. This covenant and deed restriction shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds, and a copy submitted to the Board of Health or the Health Division. Throughout the life of the system shall be Throughout its life, the system shall be under an operation and maintenance agreement. The O&M agreement shall be for at least 1 year and may be with any mass certified operator of the appropriate grade that has received training by the company on the operation of the system. Effluent from the system shall be monitored at least twice per year for the first 2 years, preferably May and October. The effluent shall be field tested in accordance with Mass DEP standard conditions for secondary treatment units certified for general use, revised March 20th, 2015. In addition, a lab test of the effluent for total nitrogen to meet the performance standards of 19 milligrams per liter shall be collected and analyzed by a certified lab. Water meter readings are to be provided with the semi-annual report. If any of the field tests or lab tests fail, follow-up tests shall be conducted by a certified lab and an evaluation made by the operator within 30 days. After the required 2 years testing, application can be made to the board or its agent for review and possible modification of the monitoring requirements. The applicant agrees to apply a minimum of 6 inches of compacted topsoil to all disturbed areas of the property. The engineer shall submit an engineered as-built plan, including as-built elevations with a written certification that the system has been installed in accordance with the approved plan, and no alteration to the floor plan of the dwelling or the engineered site plan will be allowed without further review by the Board of Health or its agent. And this variance is granted pursuant to the Town of Chatham subsurface sewage regulations and is valid for 1 year from the, and nitrogen loading regulations, and is valid from 1 year from the date of the Board of Health approval. A permit must be issued and work commenced during that 1 year period.
Okay, I think we can probably take a voice vote on the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that variance is granted to 7 Colonial Drive. All right, next on the agenda is a variance hearing for David Thompson and Brenda Thompson, 27 Dubens Pond Road, east-southeast. And I think Thad Eldridge is here to present the request.
Good afternoon. For the record, Thad Eldridge, David Thompson is with me in the audience. The Thompsons have lived here for many, many a year. They have an almost 16,000 square foot lot with a 3-bedroom house on it, a number of additions that are almost bedrooms. The system has failed, and we're looking to replace the system and convert one of those almost bedrooms into a bedroom. We've provided you with variance request, nitrogen loading calculations that show that with the additional bedroom, we're going from about 11 parts per million down to about 8 parts per million of nitrogen load. 7.3 parts per million is what it gets down to. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
So, if there's questions on the board, we can open it up. I had a couple questions on the plan. Just the family room, is that like a kitchen counter that separates the kitchen from the family room, so it's an open wall there?
Yes, that is a kitchen counter. To the south is more of a
So it's just part
cupboard
of
between the kitchen and the
great
dining
room.
room. Yes.
And then the extra bedroom is the second floor proposed bedroom. And I guess my only question is it's the same old thing that comes up is the children's playroom in the basement with a walkout. And I guess I would ask Judy why that might not be considered a bedroom by our rules.
I did a pretty extensive research of the building file on this. The children's playroom was approved as a children's playroom, not as a bedroom. It has an exterior walkout door. That's the way it was permitted through building. And the proposed bedroom over the garage, I guess that's over the garage, was also approved as like a bonus room, but not as a bedroom. But that they want to convert that to a bedroom. So, I mean, we wouldn't allow them to add 2 more bedrooms, so legally. So I think, you know, having the 4th bedroom added legally is acceptable.
So you're saying basically by prior approvals that that children's room was kind of, it's being grandfathered as not a bedroom.
Because it's the way it was approved in the building
There's
file.
no building, there's no construction changes to the plans, so.
Right.
Questions or comments from the board, other people?
Well, if 5 years from now a new family buys and they said, well, we'd like to just use the bottom room as a bedroom, it does technically comply. If you were to evaluate it 5 years from now and there's no longer children's things in there and you did a walkthrough,
Well, we don't, when someone purchases a property, we don't do a walkthrough. The realtors come to us and they say, how many bedrooms is this approved for? And we would say, our records indicate that it has a 4-bedroom septic system. It will be deed restricted to 4 bedrooms.
as noted.
Right,
Yeah.
and if we approve it, and, again, we can't really control how people use their properties, except if they're renting it, then we
Right.
will have some more we do have some more stricter regulations on that now,
Okay.
moving forward. But,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing about that playroom that prevents it from being a bedroom.
Correct.
But there's no new construction going on here. Is that right? There's no alterations going on to the property.
There'll be a minor alteration to enclose that second floor bedroom, the bedroom number 4.
So there is. So you're making that a bedroom
Yes.
by altering something.
Bedroom
So
number,
now then, by our policy, this would then be a 5-bedroom house. Because the children's room, even though somebody writes children's room on it, it has all the characteristics of a bedroom. It has privacy, it has an attached bathroom, it has egress. So many, many times over the last couple of years, we've gone through this and we've said, no, this is 5 bedrooms. And, unless you did something additional,
Like opened up.
like opened up the room from the children's bedroom to the workshop into a cased opening.
Yes.
That made it unusable as a bedroom, then we can't approve this as a 4-bedroom.
but if this already counted as a 4-bedroom.
It doesn't
we'd be
make any difference.
requesting-
It doesn't make any, you're making alterations to the house. And when we look at the house, it has the characteristics of 5 bedrooms.
But if
Just
the
because it says
existing-
children's bedroom there, or because somebody approved it years ago and said it was doesn't alter the fact that it has all the properties of a bedroom.
Then it would already count as a bedroom today, and we'd be requesting 4 to 5 instead of
Correct.
3 to 4.
Correct. And we can't give you 5.
If it's already a 4-bedroom,
No, I mean, it was not approved as 4-bedroom. For some reason, it wasn't approved, but, that's not our issue. But right now, when we look at this, you want to do construction to create a new bedroom in a house that already has the characteristics of 4 bedrooms.
we want to add 1 door in order to enclose
I know,
that.
but, so you're making a bedroom. And the children's playroom is a bedroom. It has all the characteristics of a bedroom. So unless you do something to make the children's bedroom not usable, playroom not usable as a bedroom, we have to consider this a 5-bedroom house.
Can you open that children's play area
And
somehow?
you convert the door into the children's playroom from a door into a cased opening.
Yes, please.
Now, I have one quick question. The 4th bedroom, would that qualify as a bedroom right now without anything else done to it?
No.
again, it wasn't approved as a bedroom. I'm assuming it's an open railing,
That is an open railing.
the
Right.
top and the bottom.
So the changes are, okay. Yes.
Good afternoon, my name's Dave Thompson. I'm the member, I own the house. The room that we're talking about as a children's playroom was originally put on, that addition was put on when we discovered we were going to have a child. My wife is a photographer. And we added that on, that section on, that was a reception area for my wife's business. The room on top of that was a room for shooting indoor photography, so she could do black and whites and whatever of brides. There is a full bathroom there. We were going to just put a half bath in, but at the time, Arthur Child, the building inspector, said, "Why are you going to go through the expense for a half? Make it a full." So we did. That room, which was the shooting room, is now a dining room with a very nice table that seats 18. The idea was to make that room a first floor bedroom. We do not have a first floor bedroom. That would be the fourth bedroom. I've had some medical issues. A few months ago, we weren't sure that I was going to be doing stairs, but I'm doing a very good job of scurrying up and down from first floor to second floor. But we're going to need that room eventually. Should we discuss the, I don't know what you've got. If you have any other questions, please ask me.
Yeah, let me just ask you, and maybe Thad, so by our rules, if there was a 6-foot arch that connected the children's playroom to the workshop, then it would not qualify as a bedroom and the problem would be solved. It sounds like it might be easy to do. What's your thought on that?
My thought is not a good one. That's a concrete wall.
Oh,
Number one, I wouldn't want to go through the expense of sawing a 6-foot, 7-foot hole in the foundation of the original house.
Excuse me, it's my understanding, now will the dining room that you're now using as a dining room, is that's going to be a bedroom at some point?
That's what we were shooting for.
So that's where you want the fourth bedroom?
Yes, it looks as if,
Is
Why
that
don't
where
you
that's
take-
going to be, where the
We
dining room is
labeled
now?
that number 1. So we labeled the dining room bedroom number 1. We have 2 and 3 upstairs from the main house, and then 4 is the one over the garage.
the one over the garage that seems to be a problem. It's an open stairway that could be very easily fixed with a wall at the top and a sliding door to separate it from the stairway. Therefore, we would have 4 bedrooms, 2 in the main house, 3 in the main house, and 1 over the garage.
Is there any
And
way you can
that's-
do, I'm sorry, is there any way you can do some creative structure with that playroom? Even though there's a concrete wall, is there anything else that you could do with that? To open it up a bit?
I don't really see how we could, Carol.
I see,
I
okay.
think you've been in there before,
I may have, it
Yes.
long time ago.
right?
I'm confused. So right now you have 2 bedrooms, the 2 upstairs bedrooms, and you're making the dining room into a bedroom, and you're putting a wall at the top of the stairs to add a 2nd bedroom at the
That's
top
over the
of the
garage.
stairs. Yeah. So you now have 2 bedrooms upstairs. You're adding a bedroom where the dining room is,
Yeah,
and you're adding another bedroom above the garage by blocking off that stairway.
Well,
So that's adding 2 bedrooms.
well,
well,
Plus
if
there's
the-
a
if-
No,
bedroom
if
in
I-
the basement.
if bedroom number 1 is gonna be used as a dining room, why don't we open that room up?
That's what they use now as a dining room.
But he wants that so he
going
doesn't
the
have to
other way.
climb stairs. He wants to have a bedroom on the first floor.
And
So,
if I may, we started with this, there were 3 bedrooms upstairs, where it's bedroom 2 and 3. Bedroom 2 was 2 small bedrooms that were put together into one, so that the dining room could be converted into bedroom number 1. So we had a legitimate 3-bedroom to start off with, plus the children's playroom.
all right, so you took bedroom 2 was 2 bedrooms.
It was,
You eliminated a wall, make that into a big bedroom.
yes.
And then you're putting the 3rd bedroom where the dining room is. And then the fourth bedroom above the garage. So
That's the proposal.
So we continue to be hung up on why the children's playroom is in a fifth bedroom. And, you know, you're talking about taking a 3-foot door and making it into a cased opening, so you don't have to
That's not
cut
that.
a 6-foot hole in your wall, you have to add about another 20.
Well, is there anything that could theoretically be done to alter the child's bedroom and the walkout side? I mean, is there,
What are you referring to?
could we make the walkout somehow differently configured so that it wouldn't be a bedroom?
No.
That's my phone.
And
I have a question. Judy, if they did not do any changes to the stair on the proposed 4-bedroom, then you would officially consider it not a bedroom. Is that correct?
That's the way it was proposed, yeah, it's not a bedroom, a bonus room.
So, and that's the way it was in the past. So my question would be, for the owner's purposes, if he left the stair well open and did not construct a wall there,
That's not a legal bedroom then.
then, yeah, so just a question for the owner. If they did not if they did not wall off the staircase on the proposed bedroom down, then it would not technically qualify as a bedroom, and then we could call the children's playroom the 4th bedroom, and then you could basically,
And that's perfect, that's what we were discussing behind the podium at the same time,
You have a
so,
door at the bottom of the stairs, a little hallway with a door. When that door is shut, that room is private, whether you have an open railing or not.
until somebody comes in from the garage.
yeah, I think that's true, but I guess Judy's situation is I guess that's been evaluated in the past and not declared a bedroom. As I
Well,
understand
again,
it.
I haven't seen it in person. This is what the building permit said. It was built as a bonus room. Yeah.
And
So
it's
you go-
kind of been,
So you get into that room by going through this little hallway off the family room and up the stairs?
Yes.
So there's a door at the bottom of the stairs?
There's a door beside it, there's a door on either end of the hallway, and then the hallway is open to the stairs to upstairs.
It shows a doorway.
The
It does.
hallway is, I know, it's not a very good, it's not a detailed plan.
Is
It
there,
shows 2 doors.
is there access to the garage through that hallway?
oh, I see, there's the hall here.
Yeah, the
So,
little hall.
yes, it goes from the garage through the
You gotta
hall
go with a
into the
door
family
here
room.
and a door there.
So,
And
So
then
when
there's a set
when
of
you come
stairs
down
coming-
those steps,
not a bedroom.
is there an area that's open to the garage?
No, it's open to a hallway. And I see where we missed the stairs on the,
Yeah, this
On the
plan really
sketch.
doesn't give any detail about what's going on.
but if we were to change gears, leave the bonus room alone, call the children's bedroom the 4th bedroom, and legitimize 4 bedrooms, if in the future he wants to make a change in order to move the bedroom, then he can work with staff to do that.
Can you say that again? I couldn't quite hear.
So if we leave the bonus room over the garage as is, bonus room, not a bedroom, and then change the children's room designation to the 4th bedroom, then he can move forward.
Right.
And then in the future, if he ever wants to change, he can work with town staff to figure out how to keep this 4 bedrooms with whatever change he wants to make.
And then we'd be basically allowing that second floor room, bonus room or whatever, grandfathered as not a bedroom to make the thing work.
It could not be counted as a bedroom if it's not,
You're just gonna leave that one alone.
right, leave it alone.
Right.
If they leave it alone.
And we would put that in the
Why
deed.
doesn't he just put a septic system in for 5 bedrooms?
If you grant it, we.
If you,
Yeah, he
if you
can
want him to do
qualify.
that,
But it qualifies for 4?
If he goes from Title V to IA, yeah.
I mean, it was originally.
And it's a
it was
15,000
originally
square foot
approved-
lot, so it's,
It was originally approved for 3. I mean, if you do the total number of rooms divided by 2, you get 4, so.
okay, so what I hear is if they do no construction changes to propose, what's called proposed bedroom 4, and just return it to the state it was before. And then we call the fourth bedroom the children's playroom in the basement. And then you'd have 4 bedrooms upgrading your septic, and that's what you came for originally, with a little different. And then Judy could put that in the deed, and that would satisfy? Opinion or questions or comments?
Yeah, I think so. What they've done is
And then there's no revisions in the house, basically.
well, they've gone from 3 bedrooms upstairs to 2 bedrooms upstairs and added a bedroom downstairs.
Right.
So they really haven't changed the total.
They haven't changed physically any aspect in the house at all.
Well, they took the wall out upstairs that separated.
The wall's not in.
The wall's not in.
The wall's not in. It's just it's a reallocation of bedroom counts within what is.
At some point, that was 2 bedrooms, apparently. That bedroom number 2, it sounds like. As you can see, it has 2 little weird closets. I don't know.
I think the
mean,
realtors like calling it quaint.
It's a difficult situation because it's an existing dwelling. I mean, if the board wanted to allow them 5 bedrooms with IA, it would be a little outside of what we usually do.
That's what I'd say.
But I'd be perfect, and we've done this many times in the past where we've just deed restricted the house to 4 bedrooms, specify that the bonus room or the garage is not a bedroom, and the 4 bedrooms are.
Because it's a pre-existing dwelling that's not being changed, and we would just add the bedroom would be the children's bedroom.
Children's.
I think that,
I think that's the best way to do it. And then
yeah.
if the new regulations go through about nitrogen loading, there would be no option to have a 4th bedroom now.
And then 2 bedrooms
And then if they were to rent the house, they would come under a different set of rules, and then it might be inspected, and they might look at that room and see if it's being used, but that's.
Right.
But, so, yeah, I think that's a solution. Thad and the owner, did you understand what we had proposed?
We're basically leaving it the way it is. We're calling it 4 bedrooms, and the room over the garage is not considered a bedroom. Children's playroom is
But
considered
you wouldn't be
the 4th
changing, you wouldn't be allowed to change anything in what's called proposed bedroom 4. Just leave the open staircase as it is, so there's no change, no new construction. And the 4th bedroom would wind up being the children's playroom in the basement, which by our rules qualifies as a bedroom now.
But if he wanted to return to town staff and figure out a way to change that children's bedroom into not a bedroom, be it a cased opening,
Yes, if
be
you
it-
wanted, if you could somehow fashion a 6-foot arch, I don't know what it costs to go through concrete and put a beam in or whatever you have to do, maybe it's not much, then
then the bedroom could be
It depends
transferred.
how badly he
then
wants.
that would not be a bedroom, and you could formally
be
make the
revisited.
other one a bedroom.
If they really want to have the proposed bedroom upstairs, then they gotta retrofit the child's bedroom downstairs.
Can't we revisit that then?
Yeah.
If they
Right.
come up
They
with
gotta
a plan?
open up the wall.
Right, if they come up with a plan.
Or you could, I mean, if you want, we don't like to continue, but you could continue and try to figure out what you want to do and come back.
Well, to start with, I never thought about the fact that the old reception area was a bedroom. I wouldn't want to live down there.
Well, but that's the case in many, many houses, that they have rooms that are
Qualified.
considered bedrooms that aren't being used as bedrooms, but they meet the criteria. People, will have a man cave.
Are there any
I mean, I have a
windows in
man cave at
upstairs?
my house, and the town calls it a bedroom.
There's
not
a
a bedroom.
walkout slider.
It's just a walkout.
I would,
Yeah.
if it-
Actually, it's a swing door, but
Is there heat,
it's a
in the
swing door
children's
going
playroom?
outside.
Is there heat?
Pardon?
Heat and electricity?
Unfortunately, yes, there is heat. And yes, there is an.
Well, I'm just going back to our rules, that's all.
Okay, well, I could cut the heat off.
So I think, so
what do you want more? You want the upstairs bedroom, or do you want the child's bed? I mean, you gotta,
What do I really want?
yeah.
Do you want to know what I really want? I want the room over the garage as a bedroom.
Is an official
It has a
bedroom.
full bathroom up there.
Right.
Again, Kevin McDonald on this situation said put a full bathroom in, and it has a closet.
Yeah.
I would love to
If-
use that as a bathroom, as a bedroom.
Then,
Right, so if, is, by our rules, if that's your priority, then you would have to figure out how do you convert the children's playroom into not a bedroom by Judy's rules.
Can I make a recommendation? I'm thinking maybe I should go see this bedroom.
I think that would be a great
Because
idea.
this children's playroom may not even meet the definition of a bedroom if it's completely concrete wall, no bed, no windows except for the
Well, except for the
screen door.
door.
It might not have enough natural light and ventilation.
Okay.
It may not meet our requirements for a bedroom.
There are
Maybe
no
it's best to go
windows
look.
into it.
So if we continued this, then, you know.
Maybe
then
go
would
check
just-
it out.
we-
All right, so,
Like we did with the last
yeah,
one.
a continuance with, that Judy can inspect it and go over things and come back.
Could may I ask Thaddeus a question? Sure. We voted?
if there's a question in your mind, let's clarify that first. Then we don't have to pull into a
Yeah.
tough
He really
corner.
wants that room over the garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he could also get a price to open up the wall in a basement, and it may not be a big deal, too.
They can do that.
And then you extend your septic system, and then you come.
Now,
back
under
and make that change.
the new proposed nitrogen loading laws, we wouldn't be allowed to add a fourth bedroom to this house.
No.
So if this comes back 2 months from now, it could create a.
I think certain things will be grandfathered if it's already been
Well-
requested and it's ongoing, so.
Oh, we're in.
Yeah, if it comes back to us in a month and we've already
already
changed our
in
regs,
phase.
it wouldn't matter. Anything that's been submitted before the effective date of the new regulations, we have to look at under the old.
Okay, so, the continuance,
Can we
what's the?
actually not continue? Let's move forward with the children's playroom being the fourth bedroom. Again, this is a failed septic system. He's pumping it
Every 3 weeks.
every 3 weeks.
Wow.
So it's, if we can move forward with that and then get Judy out there, inspect and decide, you know, which way,
Where the
we
fourth
go.
bedroom will be. I'm fine with that, if the board's okay with it.
Beginning with what, and what would?
so
what are
if we just
approving?
presume that that children's bedroom is the fourth bedroom,
The children's playroom is a fourth bedroom,
call it the fourth bedroom.
and.
The dining room is a bedroom, the 2 bedrooms upstairs are bedrooms, the room
and then-
over the
and then for
garage
this-
is
Right now,
just a
the
bonus.
purpose would be there'd be no construction changes in what's called the proposed fourth bedroom,
Correct.
and then, but we would vote on that.
He has a 4-bedroom septic system now that's failed.
He has a 3-bedroom septic system that's
3-bedroom
failed.
septic system.
A 4-bedroom septic
So-
system will be installed shortly with an IA.
Okay,
Provided you bless
so, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have to be IA, I guess, it could be just.
So he's gotta add the plus one.
It has to be
You
IA.
get the plus one.
So, but I would ask Judy, so if we approve it, and you go back out and look, what can change? Because we've already approved it, 4 bedrooms with the children's playroom, a bedroom. How could-
Well, we
what-
could,
what-
we
what would
could say, approve it for 4 bedrooms based on either the playroom or the room over the garage, upon my determination of,
And if the applicant decides to come back and request a redesignation
of the red room.
of the
Yeah,
bedroom
that's fine.
allocate, then that would come back as a revised approval for us, based upon your field inspection.
But let them go ahead and put the septic in, because I
Yeah.
agree, if it's failed and they're pumping every 3 weeks,
And,
that's-
and quite often with redesigns, we're not coming back before the Board of Health with them. If we were tearing this down and building a new 4-bedroom house, Judy would verify that meets the criteria of a 4-bedroom, and we're not reopening the variance question. Or is that changing?
it's not changing, no.
Well,
Well, we're
it
gonna,
was a 3-bedroom,
it was a 3-bedroom,
and you're
so.
tearing it down and building a 4-bedroom, then you'd need to come here.
Everything in our records indicates that this was approved as a 3-bedroom house.
Correct,
All the additions that were put on were not considered bedrooms.
correct.
Which was pretty much the way, you mentioned Kevin McDonald, that's the way he approved things on his rooms.
So Judy, are you comfortable if we approve a 4th bedroom, either the children's playroom or the proposed bedroom number 4, based on your follow-up inspection?
Yes, I am, if
Okay.
you are. with me making that decision.
I think that would, and then that would,
So that would allow us to make a motion and pass it to be determined, the fourth bedroom, to be determined by a field inspection, to be conducted by Judy.
and that's okay, that's
Yep.
within what we do.
It's
Okay,
like a
and that would allow them
contingency
to move
approval.
ahead with their septic system.
Right.
Okay,
You, yeah.
so can, other questions or, and then would somebody like to put forward a motion then? Putting that in words, maybe? John, did you have a handle on that?
I'll make a motion that we approve the application for the new septic system for an 4-bedroom house, the fourth bedroom to be determined by a field inspection, a site inspection by Judy. I don't know if that's the proper wording, but that's
Okay. And then,
basically.
a second for that?
I'll second.
Dick seconds it, and then, okay, do we have public input on this? Okay, no public input, so Judy can read the,
So the same
Conditions and
the
everything
same
else.
standard conditions as before. The property should be restricted to 4 bedrooms and recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. The applicant shall sign a covenant with the board agreeing to comply as such time as the town of Chatham, through its Board of Health and Board of Water Sewer Commissioners, directs the connection of this property to the municipal sewer. The covenant and deed restrictions shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. Throughout its life, the IA septic system shall be under an operation and maintenance contract and shall be for at least 1 year, and may be with any mass certified operator with the appropriate grade that has received training by the company on the operation of that system. Effluent from the system shall be monitored twice per year for the first 2 years, preferably May and October. The effluent shall be field tested in accordance with Mass DEP standard conditions for secondary treatment units certified for general use, revised March 2015. And a lab test of the effluent for total nitrogen to meet the performance standards shall be collected and analyzed, and water meter readings are to be provided with the semi-annual report. If any of the field tests fail, follow-up tests shall be conducted by a certified lab. After the required 2 years of testing, the application can be made to the board or their agent for review and possible modification of the monitoring requirements. The applicant agrees to a minimum of 6 inches of compacted topsoil to all disturbed areas of the property. The engineer shall submit an engineered as-built plan, including as-built elevations, with a written certification that the system has been installed in accordance with the approved plan. No alteration of the floor plan of the dwelling of the unit shall be allowed without further review by the board or its agent, and this variance is granted pursuant to Title V and the Town of Chatham nitrogen loading regulations, and is valid for 1 year from the date of the Board of Health approval. A permit shall be issued and commenced during that 1 year period, or the variance shall expire.
okay, I think we can take a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. That variance is granted with those conditions, and then Judy will be doing a follow-up inspection.
Great.
Okay,
That was easy.
The next one's easier.
we have, our next one is a variance for IA Technology, GHW Realty Trust, 739 Crow Road, and Thad is also presenting this.
And good afternoon. For the record, Thad Aldridge, Southeast. So this one, we have an existing 4-bedroom house. We're taking it down, we're putting up a 5-bedroom house. Judy had contacted me. There's a lot going on to the left of this property. It's all in wetland, floodplain, everything else. If you look at the lower left-hand corner near the septic system, you see a little 3-foot wide strip. And it goes out to about a half an acre of land that is, it's nice for the birds, but there's not really anything anyone can do with it. So you'll see that the areas that we've shown include a total lot area of about an acre, with a buildable upland area of 21,625 square feet. And that's really So that's a real part of the building lot. Again, the proposal, and this is hung up right now, Historic is talking about it, as they would like to tear down a 180-year-old building. It is in poor shape, and then the proposal is the new 5-bedroom. Innovative alternative technology is being proposed, the microfast system, in order to go from the 4 to the 5. I was pretty pleased with myself with the crafty vault that we're putting in the basement so that their connection to the sewer will be easier. There'll be less digging outside when they get to it. Hopefully the sewer comes sooner over later. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Can I just say that this is the Morgan property you've looked at? They've requested continuances for upgrading the cesspools there. The property's been vacant for many years. It's changed hands, I think twice. It's come to the board for extensions in order not to upgrade at the time of transfer because the property is not livable. So this is,
Excuse me, is this the original footprint of the house that was there before, between the
the-
house and the cottage?
The original footprint is hiding in the plan. It's just,
And
it's subdued.
how-
You can,
How much larger is it from the original footprint?
Existing.
so the original footprint with the barn is 2942, and the proposed is 2888. So it's just a touch smaller than the existing.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one typo in our notes, the lot is buildable, 21,000, not 121,000. So for the.
Oh,
so
but
this
we
is-
take the 121,000 anytime.
This is a new construction, demolishing the old house, which was approved for 4 bedrooms. The new house, 5 bedrooms, going to an IA technology system, which gives them the extra bedroom. And then we have the plans for the new house. And any questions or comments from the board?
Yeah, there's an office on the first floor that, to me, looks like a bedroom.
Second floor or first floor?
First floor.
First floor. The entry door is between the stairs and the hallway, so it's open between the bedroom and the office, and that would have a 6-foot cased opening.
So that would be an open arch to that office?
Yes.
And that's, I guess, we're supposed to be 6 feet?
Yes.
It raises the issue of good plans. Other questions, Carol?
Thad, when I look at the plot plan, I see a lot of what look like walls, structures.
Yes.
Are these, when I see all the little squares next to each other,
on the pool.
like
So
around the
the
pool?
squares are a patio. On the
we can look
north
at
side of the proposed pool, there are a pair of walls.
There's 2 walls.
There's 2 walls that would be tiered.
Gotcha.
The pool is below all of that. The pool is at the basement level.
Okay.
And then where the porch is, that wall will be projected above the ground by about 10 feet. There'll be a railing put around it, and then that wall tapers down to less than 3 feet when you get to the south side of the building.
So is that like a patio?
That is a patio.
Okay, and then the trees are around the south side of the patio?
Yes, so there would be trees right adjacent. That would be a dining area with
Okay.
trees on the south. And then along the property line, there would be a number of trees planted for privacy.
Okay.
So this is the next to the last
House.
house on the left side of
Right.
Laurel Road going
Yes.
toward Orleans Road. It's really in very poor
There
condition.
used to be a ton of junk on this property that was cleaned up,
Yes.
not that
And now
long
there's-
ago.
There's some discussion about the historical commission not wanting it to be demolished, or is that not the case?
They're still reviewing it, as
They're
far as
still
I
reviewing
know.
it.
Under review by them.
Yeah.
I have a question for Thad. On the second floor, follow-up to Carol's, the room that's called an office, across from bedroom, at the end of the hall there. Why is that, the old question for us, why is that not a bedroom?
That would be wide open into the bedroom.
There's like.
Even if it was closed off, it would be a pass-through to get from the hallway through a
Oh, it's a
bedroom
pass-through, yeah.
to another.
That's right.
Yeah, there's actually 3 offices that you have to walk.
Why does the house have to have 3 offices?
A lot of bookkeeping.
Is it a business?
That's what it says.
Excuse me.
I mean, people
If
work,
the
it's
the
in,
HVDC is still
Okay, that answers
reviewing the
my
property, how can we approve it until they say what's happening? That's just a question.
how can we approve it?
If the, yes, if the HVDC.
Well, we don't,
hasn't
we have
given
nothing to
their-
do with historic. If we approve, we're here just to approve the septic. So, if they disapprove it and they have to go back to the drawing board, then we would get a revised plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do.
But we
that.
would have already approved the 5-bedroom with IA, and I might get a revised site plan.
Yeah, I think it's common that they have to go to another conservation commission or something else after us, so that's,
Okay.
so,
And I had a quick question, all the walls, those have to be approved as part of the building plan, is that?
Yes, and zoning-wise, these are either inwardly facing or they meet the setback if they exceed that 3 feet in height.
Okay,
And then any wall over 30 inches that you can walk up to will have a railing.
yeah. Okay.
okay, so, can I get a motion? If there were any other questions or comments from the board? Can I get a motion, on this?
I'll move to approve.
In a second? And then,
You can't make 2 seconds.
will you second? Yeah, okay. And then, any comments from the public? And then if not, Judy, can you read again these, conditions on the record?
Same conditions, the applicant should restrict the property to 5
Oh, we need a microphone, Judy.
Sorry, the applicant shall restrict the property to a maximum of 5 bedrooms and record this on the deed at Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. The applicant shall sign a covenant with the board agreeing to comply at such time as the town of Chatham, through its Board of Health and/or Board and Water Sewer Commissions, directs the connection of this property to the municipal sewer when it becomes available, and this covenant shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. Throughout the life of the system, it shall be under an operation and maintenance contract. An O&M agreement shall be for at least 1 year and may be with any mass certified operator of the appropriate grade. Effluent from the system shall be monitored at least twice per year for the first 2 years, preferably May and October. The effluent shall be field tested in accordance with Mass DEP standard conditions for secondary treatment units certified for general use, revised March 20th, 2015. And a lab test of the effluent for total nitrogen to meet the performance standard of 19 milligrams per liter shall be collected and analyzed by a certified lab. Water meter readings are to be provided with the semi-annual report. If any of the field tests or lab tests fail, follow-up tests shall be conducted by a certified lab and an evaluation made by the operator within 30 days. After the required 2 years testing, application can be made to the board or its agent for review and possible modification of the monitoring requirements. The applicant agrees to apply a minimum of 6 inches of compacted topsoil to all disturbed areas of the property. The engineer shall submit an engineered as-built plan, including as-built elevations with a written certification that the system has been installed in accordance with the approved plan. No alteration of the floor plan of the dwelling or the engineered site plan will be allowed without further review by the board or its agent, and this variance is granted pursuant to State Environmental Code Title V and the Town of Chatham Subsurface Sewage Regulations and Nitrogen Loading Regulations, and is valid from 1 year from the date of the Board of Health approval. The permit must be issued and work commenced during that 1-year period, or the variance shall expire.
Okay, I think we can probably take a voice vote on this. All in favor say, of this variance on Carl Road, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. All right, that variance is granted.
Lost my chain of thought.
Oh,
Oh, but
thank you
I
very
didn't even
much.
hear that.
Okay, that's, so our 3 variances, and then we have a public hearing coming up on the nitrogen loading regulation, and I guess in our Board of Health meeting, we can just have Judy kind of summarize the changes in the nitrogen loading regulations first, and then we'll close this meeting, and then we'll open the public hearing.
Right.
Yeah.
So the board has before them a draft revision to our nitrogen loading regulations, making a few subtle changes. And some are just cleanup of numbering issues. The first would be on page, let's see, page 4, the section 3.4, I just changed the section numbers to 3.9 and 3.9.2. 3.9.1 and 3.9.2, it's so small. Just a minor, last time we changed it, the numbering got a little mixed up there. So that was just a housekeeping item. The substantial change that we're making is in section 6, under variances. We are proposing to add language that says the board, under variances, provide the board with detailed floor plans of the existing and proposed dwelling structures showing room size, location of all doors, windows, and ceiling heights. Just because, it's difficult for us to see when we just get these boxed in drawings of rooms. So we're being a little more specific about getting detailed floor plans. And then in section 6.3, I'm adding language that says existing properties that already exceed the requirements of section 5.1 and 5.2 will not be allowed an extra bedroom. If the lot is in NSA, then the lot shall comply with the requirements of Title V. So basically, what this is saying is that if, say, they have a 3-bedroom house on a 20,000 square foot lot, they're already exceeding the nitrogen loading regulation. They would not be allowed a 4th bedroom. However,
Even with an IA?
Even with an IA. If they have a 3-bedroom house on a 30,000 square foot house, lot, and they want to add a 4th bedroom, we would allow one
Twice of
extra
the square
bedroom.
footage of the lot.
Right, so you're allowed one extra bedroom over what would be allowed normally of that 1 bedroom per 10,000 square foot.
Okay.
So a house that exists that has 6 bedrooms on a, 30,000 square foot lot would not be allowed any extra bedrooms.
Okay.
And that was, at the request of the board. I made those changes. I think they, make some sense with the concerns of the board that we've shown over the last year.
Yep.
With, all the issues with houses and size and bedroom numbers, et cetera.
Rentals and everything else.
So that's basically it. So if you want
And
to
I
take
think-
public comment, that's,
Yeah, just, so think the more detailed plans, because now we have, the arch has to be a certain width and that sort of thing, so, and we're getting sketches sometimes, so we just firmed that up. And then the other changes follow up on Dick's proposal. Does that go along with how you envisioned your proposal for the?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
okay.
we now have to leave our formal meeting?
Yes.
Close the meeting?
If there's no other,
I don't think we had. I think we just open the hearing to public comments. I don't think we have to close the Board of Health
Okay.
meeting. It's not like we're going into an executive
We make a
session or anything.
motion to open? We just declare?
Yeah, either way, you can make a
well, so
motion, go
I think you
into,
make a let's make a motion.
Just to be
and then we'll
safe.
close the public hearing, and then
Okay.
our meeting is still open, we can have a discussion
Okay.
afterwards.
All right.
So, can somebody make a motion to open the public hearing to discuss the revisions in the nitrogen loading regulation?
I will so move.
I'll second that.
Okay, and then we can go ahead and take a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say no. Okay, so the public hearing is now open. Judy has discussed the issue at hand, and I would open it up for public comments. Either someone in the room or someone.
Yep.
On
Okay, anyone in the room? Anyone online would, okay, Thad?
So just out of curiosity, the NSA does not include the end of Pleasant Street, the end of Fairview, and a chunk of South Chatham. Is it correct that those would still be allowed additional bedrooms?
If it's in, I'm sorry, when you say NSA, you mean a state
Nitrogens?
nitrogen-sensitive area?
Yes.
If
Or
it's
is-
in a state nitrogen-sensitive area, then it will have to, a zone 2 of a public water supply, then it would have to meet the state
Oh,
requirements
no, I mean
anyways.
the new state NSA map that they came out with 2 months ago
Right.
as part of the new Title V.
Yeah, that's something we haven't, we will have to meet those requirements, but we are going to, I anticipate the town, and this was something I was going to talk about at our next meeting, applying for a notice of intent to create a watershed permit for the southern part of Chatham, so that it would become part of our nitrogen, it would be, it wouldn't be, it's part of our wastewater management plan already, the southern part of Chatham. Everything in the Pleasant Bay watershed has a watershed permit and is already covered under a watershed permit, so won't have to comply with the changes to Title V. The southern part of the town is now in a nitrogen-sensitive area, but it will be, hopefully will be covered under our comprehensive wastewater management plan. So I believe we can go forward with these regulations and still limiting people from adding bedrooms based on our regulations. That would be something I would have to confirm with our town council. But that's a good question.
So the regulation, the Title V regulations in the NSA area still would say, 1 bedroom per, 440 gallons per 40,000 square feet.
They do say that, yeah.
So,
But right now, with the new changes to Title V, they say that everybody in 5 years, or basically 7 years, will have to put an IA septic system in. But we are going to be making our comprehensive wastewater management plan a watershed permit, which would not require, we already have a plan to comply with those nitrogen-sensitive areas.
but if somebody is in the nitrogen-sensitive area 2 years from now and they want to add a bedroom, it would still come to us for a variance, and we would use the same,
That's my understanding.
same criteria.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, our understanding is that
Because we
these
still have,
changes to the nitrogen loading regulation will apply to all of the town if you're converting from Title V to IA technology and getting an extra bedroom. We're going to take into account whether you've already been allowed an extra bedroom, if you're more than what you're allowed by right. But that, we're assuming that it's be the whole town. Is there any question on that, Judy?
The nitrogen-sensitive area map shows certain sections of town, small fragments of town, are not within the NSA.
very small fragments. Most of the town is in it, isn't it? I mean,
Right, there's a few hundred lots down in South Chatham that would be exempt. The lighthouse out on Harding's Beach is out of
yeah,
it.
some of them are right on the shore are exempt, I think.
But the point is, Judy, would this regulation not apply to certain parts of town? Is that what,
No, in my mind, it would apply to the entire town.
that's our understanding.
Right.
But it,
And this regulation isn't entirely confined to dealing with nitrogen loading. It deals with the appropriateness of adding more bedrooms beyond the number of bedrooms that are currently allowed for new construction. And that's nitrogen loading, that's water usage, that's, crowding, traffic, all of, the Board of Health is interested in the health and welfare of the community. So this isn't only being done because of nitrogen loading. And
No.
and it's gonna be up to the sewer commission and, whether adding a connection to the sewer will allow additional bedrooms. We might object to that. you know, because it's not just about nitrogen.
That's a big issue, though. And that's
Okay,
that's coming down over time, too, correct?
What's coming down?
As the town continues to build out its sewer system, we're gonna have more and more instances of homes connecting.
Right, and.
And the question is
the
gonna keep
decision
coming
has
up.
to be made
Yes.
regarding if you have a 10,000 square foot lot with 5 bedrooms on
Right.
it and connect to the sewer, can you add a 6th bedroom?
Correct.
You're 10,000, and, you know, we can't get into
Yeah,
that
that's another
tonight,
issue, but let's,
but that's gonna be an issue.
why don't we continue with the public hearing, getting
Yes,
comments
okay.
in, and then we'll have.
We can go back and-
Close the public hearing, then we'll have a fuller discussion, but I think
Okay.
our
So this has been
situation in
written so
response
it
to your
covers
question,
every
we
property in town.
address now. The sewer hookups is a separate issue for later.
So this has been written so it's every property in town is covered?
Our regulations also always said that we consider a nitrogen-sensitive area the whole town, since 2004, I think, yeah. So,
Okay.
we haven't changed that.
And sorry to have such scratchy plans at times.
All right, other public comments, either in the room or on the internet?
I'll make a motion, we close the hearing.
I don't see any other comments, so, no one's raising their hand, there's no one in the room, so.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Any other people want to make input? And if not, we'll go ahead and take a vote. We can probably do a voice vote to close the public hearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, the public hearing is closed, and our Board of Health meeting remains open, and we can sort of discuss in the open meeting this, but I would just, everything we've done so far, our thought and intention was that this change would apply to all the houses in town, going from Title V to IA technology, and whether you get the extra bedroom.
Okay, maybe we vote on that now? Can we vote on this to approve it?
We could,
There has not been any objection to this.
no, I think the question is whether there's
regulation.
any more discussion of any issue, or Judy, you comment about, you're not, you feel pretty firm on this would apply to all the changes from Title V to IA technology in the town, which has been our assumption all along, and I think
Yeah.
Dr. Duncanson agreed with it as far as I know.
Yeah, he didn't seem to have any
Okay, and then,
thoughts on that.
Judy, you see any problem with voting on this today and follow-up?
No, we would want to add an effective date, because I did not
Yeah,
add an
effective
effective date.
I think that we probably want to, there's no changes, we probably want to move ahead, so August 1st would be, to me, the next logical date to start. And then,
Effective August 1st.
so we could, we took a motion, so it would be a motion to approve them with the starting date of August 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Carol makes the motion,
I'll second it.
okay, and then, do we want to take a voice vote for this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Here, no one opposed, so those are, take effect with a starting date of August 1st.
Correct.
Just one clarification. Next meeting we have, because these hearings came in before we voted on this, on August 7th, we have, I think, 4 or 5 variance hearings
Yeah, to me.
to
that's-
close out what we have. They already applied for it before
When
this.
when does the applications close out and there's no more in effect? And I think it's up to kind of, I take Judy's advice there, but I think, would we take applications until the closing date? Till the-
Yeah, I believe we have to.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, we,
Until the closing date and it actually takes effect, and if somebody applies, then they would come under the old rules.
Yes.
Right.
And starting August
Yes.
1st, they'd come under new rules.
Okay.
So there may be some that come in or whatever, we'll just deal with it as it comes.
Okay.
Yep.
so people have basically 2 weeks to submit.
Okay.
applications. And we already have, I think, 5 on our next meeting.
Yes, we do.
Well, we wouldn't, have to
Thanks
do
to
them all, but, and once they've made the application, we don't have to do them at the next meeting, we can do them. Okay.
Right.
Okay, is there any more issues with the nitrogen loading regulations and everything? I think that's all settled. All right,
Okay.
good. And then, talking about the wastewater management plan, we'll have an agenda item at our next meeting where Judy will have a chance to catch up and fill us up to date formally with the state and the new Title V and the wastewater management plan and the Pleasant Bay watershed and all that and where it covers, and we'll talk about all that then as an agenda item.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
good.
I'm going to be having a meeting before then with Bob, before he retires, on August 2nd, and, which I think we're going to talk about in a moment. And
And then the other thing with Bob.
Hopefully I'll get
we're
more
gonna have
information.
A subcommittee, little meeting with Bob to look into the sewer regulations, just as a
yeah,
planning thing.
if it's,
Preliminary information.
if we can pin him down to that meeting,
Pin him
then
down.
we'll, if
We'll
not,
go
we will,
wherever he
we
is.
will move forward without him.
And if he's
Is-
back in Italy, we'll go over there. No, we won't.
We can move forward without him on that topic.
Okay, so we've covered that. And then,
That's fine.
I had thought that, the Board of Health could, write a letter of thanks to Bob, and I just put together something, and I'll read it here. And then, if there's no discussion and there's approval, we can sign it and we can get it to Bob and he can mount it and put it in the wall in front of his desk. And it's for all the members of the board. But here's what I wrote. Dear Bob, the members of the Board of Health and Health Department want to thank you for your long service to the town of Chatham and specifically to the Board of Health and the Health Department. Dr. Duncanson, or as we call you, Dr. Bob, has provided expert knowledge, guidance, advice, perspective, and history to the Board of Health and Health Department in our work. Your expertise was especially helpful in guiding us through COVID-19 epidemic and more recently with the development of the short-term rental regulation. Again, thanks and best wishes from the Board of Health and the Health Department. As you move forward, you will be greatly missed. So I'd ask if somebody has a comment, if that's a good, then what we'll do is, do we have to vote on it? I don't think, we don't.
No, I think everybody
We
can
can
sign
just
it.
pass it around.
Don't vote
People
no.
vote, so there's a signature by everybody. And then Diane will get it off to Dr. Bob. So any comments or questions or,
Sounds good to me.
Sounds
okay.
good.
All right, so I'll
Yep,
pass it
Bob-
down here and people.
Bob will not be at our next meeting. His last date is August 2nd, so,
Can we harass him in some way if we wanted to on his last day, like
can we?
block his car from getting out of the parking lot or?
All right, okay, so that's done. And then,
Give me that pen back, don't be taking.
any other old business? No, okay.
Yep.
Then we have minutes to approve. And we have them from June 12th minutes. Any revisions or changes or comments? If not, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of June 12th?
I'll make that motion.
Harold's made the motion.
I'll second it.
Nick second. Take a voice vote. All in favor, say approve.
Aye.
Aye. And any opposed? Okay, so those minutes are accepted. And I think we have covered everything. Anything else we've missed? No. Okay.
I had a question on
Yes.
this water report that we get.
Yep,
That's the
Required
annual
by law.
report from DEP that is copied to,
Okay,
isn't it nationally, isn't it done nationally through E EPA?
that's the DEP, it's probably a requirement by the EPA.
I
would
think it's a
assume.
national
Yeah,
requirement
yeah.
that these reports be issued.
Right. I think they're really good. They have a lot of good information. It's the annual survey of our water supply.
we used to get a breakdown by the wells, the testing that was being done on the wells. We haven't seen that in quite a while.
I will have to get that from Dr. Bob before he leaves and see who provides, he's the one that is the keeper of that information. He's the keeper of a lot of information that we will need to get from him moving forward, so I can ask the water department for that information, or we can ask our new people at the water and sewer department to come, every quarterly or something and give us an update moving forward.
I've got a question, Judy. If you're not sure, it's okay to say you don't know, but are there plans in place or developing plans in place which will retain Dr. Duncanson on an ongoing part-time basis to answer questions or is
I
it-
don't know.
You don't?
Not that I know of, but you never know.
Okay.
There are certainly projects that he could add to moving forward, but at this point, I haven't been told that. So,
Are they actively looking to replace?
they have not,
No.
publicized anything as yet. I think there may be some, there may,
You're just in time.
Just in time, we have something for you to sign.
Just
I would
there
just
may be,
sign something. Sign
I forget what the question was.
Are they actively?
in any.
Oh, they may, they may be doing some reorganization of the Natural Resources Department. But that's unclear. I know that the Water and Sewer Department is gonna take over all the sewer stuff that Bob does. So, which makes sense, so.
I would just say it's a good, I don't know your business, but it's a good time to review. Dr. Duncanson did a lot of different things. He did them efficiently and took care of them, and they never bubbled up. And so the typical thing when someone like that leaves is there's a bunch of things he's been doing, and people sort of forgot about it. So it's nice to try and think of all the things he did that
Right.
we can sort of catch up
And we're
on,
in discussions on that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we have nothing else, I think, and Ron,
He's not gonna get credit for
I want to
coming to
apologize,
the
my wife had a shoulder operation.
oh, I'm sorry.
And the doctor had her doing some different new movements.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you're here to read Dr. Bob's letter and sign that, so that's good. And then we're not going to start the meeting all over again for you. We're just going to close it right now.
I'm sorry.
Can I get
Did you
a,
sign it?
Did you sign?
No salary for this meeting for you.
can I get a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Motion to close?
Second.
A second? Okay, we'll take a voice vote. All in favor of closing the meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And opposed, say no. Okay, so the meeting is closed. Turn off our mics.